Easy. Hi guys, meet Jack. Jack can keep it up, but can't get it up. So there's a problem. This is a $20 jack from a yard sale. It's a Harbor Freight kind of setup. What it does, it'll pump up, no problem. You can go take your foot on it, whatever, pump the jack up. But if you go to put pressure on it and jack something up, it will not do what it's supposed to do. It'll just kind of go up and kind of try to help lifting in the car, but it doesn't do it. Let's get it underneath the bus. I'll show you what's going on, and then we're probably going to get into it. Take it apart, see what it does. It doesn't do. So it has two speeds to it. A fast pump up, which is this lever right here, kind of gets you to where you need to go fairly quickly. And then you use the handle to get it to the rest of the way there. Let me just get it in the right spot. There we go. Right there, it's on the frame. But when you go to jack it up, that's it. Won't lift the car up. Yeah, if you're put 100 pounds on it, fine. But that's it. Will not jack it up. It is not, I don't think it is a bleeding problem. I think it is a building pressure kind of scenario. It's not like it has the air trapped in it. One thing I want to try first is let's go put another jack next to it. We'll jack the bus up. We'll jack this one up to the height of that one. We'll let the other jack down. We'll see if this holds its position or if this will just kind of come down once the way the bus is on it. All right, this is Jack's friend. Just so happens his name is Jack also. Let's go give this one, which is it's like an old Sears from the 70s. Definitely been tried and true throughout the years. Let's go get the bus. I don't know, maybe the front tire off the ground if we can get that far. Actually, let's go about right there in case something doesn't go wrong. Let's go put the other one under it. Bring it up to that level, and we'll let the other one down and we'll see what happens. Okay. I have no idea what's going to happen. What's your thoughts? I think it might stay. Let's go see what happens. Well, there you go. It does stay. So I'm going to give that a little bit of time, see if it creeps down or not. I'll watch that front tire, see if it touches the ground, and see if we get any kind of difference out of it. If not, so it's probably not the main hydraulic cylinder bleeding out. It's probably the little pistons that pump the fluid up. Possibly have a problem with them. All right, let me go let that sit for about 5 or 10 minutes. I'm looking at that gap right there. Yeah, so it looks like it's maintaining. Let's go let it down, bring the jack over. Let's see if we do a little bit of surgery on it. Figure out possibly what's going wrong. I can tell you, it has a few pounds to it. So let's get rid of the handle. We don't need that. Should be able to pop right out. Like I said, it's got 2 cylinders on it. A slow and a fast, or I don't know what to name them. You got 2 of them here. One pumps a lot of fluid under low pressure, and I believe this is going to be the other one, which looks like the cap is kind of coming off of it already, huh? Wonder if that's the problem right there. That was easy. I wonder if it's not pulling up all the way on that cylinder. Let's go take some stuff apart. And we have a clip right here. Let's go get rid of that. Let's pull that pin out and get this up out of our way. Anything else stopping it? I don't think so. All right, let's see if we can get that clip out of there. Don't launch it across the room. There we go. Let's go see if we can. I need a punch to tap that out. Yeah, go beat on it. Or just go to that. Really? Is there enough room to clear anywhere? Ah, you gotta be kidding me. When you thought it was gonna be that easy. Nope, it does not clear. Came up with that idea. So we would need a clip. I still would like to get that apart so we can get into it. Let's get an impact gun and take care of that and that nut. See if we can pull that axle out, pull this whole assembly up out of our way. How about the other way? Does that have a little clip on the end of it also? I think it's got a little clip right there. In case the nut backs off. Yeah, I know, you saw it. You saw it first, I know. It went for a ride, but I have it. It flipped up in the air, hit me on the back, and landed on the table. All right. Let's try the other way. That's the way it goes. Let's go see if we can slide that axle out of it. I don't know if we can or not. Well, that works. It is two separate pins. That is a pin by itself, and then there's a pin by itself on the other side. Take a little moment. I'm going to get this one out too. We got a little bit of spring preload also to deal with. Clips out. That's what it looks like. Another one is pushed in. I got to get it poked all the way through. Almost there. I can see it. You got a longer poker. Yeah, I know. Happens. On the bright side, the pin can come out. Let's go see if we can get that out of our way. Yeah, that'll help us. I can see that other pin. That one. And we're in. Alright, let's go reposition. And look what we got. And see if we can figure out what is missing on that. So it looks like that probably had like a big washer maybe. I could see where the clip would have went around it. How would that washer have fallen out of there though, huh? Does it look like one was in there? Again, I'm just guessing that is what our issue is. I don't have anything to compare it to, but I think possibly we should try to come up with something that clips onto that and pulls up on this, on that piston. There's that. Well, we got air in the system now. Oh, wow, that's out. Let's go take a look at it. Also, too, somebody could have just been here before us and took stuff apart to try to figure out what was wrong. Let me go get a rag. We'll go wipe that off. So I would say if we have a bad seal there, that would do it. You know, when it's going to go push pressure down, it's leaking around it. But you think if it was leaking around it, we would see a lot of leaking around here. So if that was up all the way, would that solve our problem or not? Kind of wonder if they're... I wonder if I could look up like a hardware kit and see if it comes with what we're talking about. Because isn't that going to just pull up? Let's put it back together. Let's imagine if you will. All right. I feel it pumping up. But that would not, like if the difference between, say if it was sitting there or sitting there, right, with the clip on it, does it make that much of a difference? Does it open or close a port on the inside of it? I don't know, Todd. This is what closes the valve. Possibly we put it back together to see if it makes any kind of improvement. But maybe what we can do, I would think there's going to be a check valve for these. I wonder if we can have take a peek and see if we can find them while we have it apart. Yeah, I'm not convinced. We should have another jack to look at to see if it is supposed to have that clip on there or not. Does that look like it ever had anything there? Because here's the thing, like how would, if that had a washer in there, right? How would that washer have fallen out? If it was together with the handle on it, it would have had to have worked its way out of here. It does look like this thing's been getting beat on for a long time without it, because that's been touching, right? Compared to, watch, this one doesn't even have one either. Well, that's got the clip on it. So the bar would stop how far it would come up from, would not allow it to fall out. Right? Yeah, and that should pump the jack up, which it is. If you can see it in the foreground, the jack is going up. Let's try the other one. That one's going to take too much pressure. This one, we can do with our fingers. What are you going to do? Thought it was going to be simple, didn't you? Yeah, me too. Let's go. Let the pressure out of it. I don't know if we can get this right out of it. Somewhere there's going to be like a check ball that it pushes fluid through, and then a check ball closes off the path so fluid can't leak back out of it. Is kind of my guess. I do see 2 screws up here. They may be for the valves. What does that sign say? What does it say on it? Safety valve, do not adjust. All right, I think we should play with that. Yeah, those right there. Let's go. I'm going to let it back down so it's not going to shoot us with oil. Let's go pop those 2 caps out of there. Let's get a nice meaty screwdriver on them. That'll do it for us. There you go. It wasn't even really tight. What if it was sucking with bleeding air there? Let's go compare it to the other one. Yeah, just a cap with a screw. Let's go try this one. Yeah, about the same tightness. Let's go fishing. Actually, it's going to shoot oil straight up at us probably. Let's go try to push it down and see if it's close to the valve. Yeah, it's not doing anything. Let me clear out. There might be something else down below that's holding it. Going fishing. I figured it'd be like a check ball on the bottom of that. I don't know if there's maybe like a screw adjustment. Let's see. I'm gonna go clear the oil out, and we'll see if there's like another screw down below that is adjusting like a spring and a preload on a check ball. Yep. Yeah, there's 2 screws down inside there. I don't know if you can see them. We suspect the one on the right. Let's go. Maybe we'll run that in, see where it bottoms out. Like we'll count the reds, and then we'll back it out and see what's underneath there. Yeah, my guess, they probably set them up. They probably put like a 3,000-pound load on it. All right, let's go. A half. 1. 1.5. 2. 2. Like 2 1/8, we'll call it. I'd like to see is like a check ball with a spring and then like some crap around it. Like the ball's not seating because of dirt. If that's even what's in here. Now that looks like it would go into the end of a spring. Where a little magnet go? Let's go fishing. You small enough? Go back with air. I'll lose what's in there though. I can see the spring. Maybe we can go get it with a pick. On the way. It's either stuck in there, or maybe it's not magnetic. Right, so there's the spring. Like I said, I would think it would have a check ball down in the bottom of that. Still think I'm gonna get a tinier magnet. Let's go see if I got anything really tiny. You know, that's making much of a difference. Let's see if it'll make it down into the bowels. We got a plunger with a ball. I do see a bunch of debris on that. I just kind of wonder if that was maybe not seating correctly. Wherever that is right there, that caca. Think that was it? Wish I could get in here to take a peek at the seat of it, you know. Let me I'm gonna look down inside there a little bit better with, I don't know. Also trying to see if there's, you figure there's gotta be some kind of seat on there, right? I would just think that that is where the pressure is trying to go through instead of it going up into the cylinder and then that coming up to relief over a certain amount. It's constantly leaking and let it go by. Nothing saying that this one could be doing the same thing too. It could be either one of them. I guess it would be kind of tied together, right? There'd be like a bridge in between those, both of those passages. I mean, for sake of a video, just trying to figure out what was actually causing it. I don't know if I want to do both of them at the same time. You got a little bit of time to hang out, right? Let's go. I'm going to go clean that out. We'll put it back together and we'll try jacking it up and we'll see what it does. If not, we've already know how it comes apart and what to look for. It'll be faster the next time around. Let's go just do a little rotor and see what we get for like color coming out of the Q-tip. A little metallically. Metallically? Is that even a word? Metallic-y? All right, let's go with that. because wood. I'm just trying to think of the fact that we let weight back down on it and it stayed. But I would think there'd be a valve inside here that holds it. This is just filling into the cylinder, and it would go in the bypass if you couldn't lift up any more than 3 tons, I should say, 6,000 pounds. Anytime, it would just bypass in here through that little check ball and allow it to return. Whereas this, once the fluid got into the cylinder, this is the only way back out. Maybe it's through that valve. I don't know. I'm going to clean it all up. We'll put those back together and we'll shove it onto the car. I just kind of crudely put it together. Let's go. Crank the valve. Get anything. Because we probably introduced the air. I just want to kind of bleed that out. And sometimes if you back the valve off and you just kind of run the handle. Again, this is in bypass right now. And we try cranking down on the handle. Get. All right. I haven't put it under the car yet, but that's next. Think we got it? I'm giving it about a 50-50 chance. Let's give it a whirl. Contact. Nope. You could even hear it like. Getting that piston, I still haven't done anything with pulling that piston up all the way. But you could hear fluid leaking by somewhere. I actually did a little bit better. I actually tried to lift the truck. Let's keep digging. Yeah, I say we go try the one on the fast side. I just threw it together to see if it'll work. Wrong way. Watch your toes. They're out. Let's go dig into that other one. The valve is open, right? Let's go do the other side. See if we get any dirt on it. If not, maybe we'll start pulling those two valves and see if there's anything we find in them. See what we got for turns on this one. A half, and it's really feels weird. One and a quarter. Felt kind of weird though. Felt kind of chunky. That's a word. Let's see what we get coming out of this one. Now we know what size magnet it uses too, right? You gotta hook it again. That's not the one we used. What if that spring is broke? That would do it, right? It's not coming out. Let me go take a rag. We'll blow some fluid out, see if we can see anything. It felt weird when I went to go tighten it too. It wasn't smooth. Oh, there it is. Kicked up. No, it's still in one piece. 2 balls. That one's got 2 balls. So it does have a different kind of build to it. Again, it's hard to see what we got for any kind of dirt in there, though. Yeah, all we're doing is pumping out the oil. Would kind of suck if it was just this. Let's go pop a valve out of it. I want to see how it works anyway. It may leak a lot of oil out, but that's okay. What do we got? If there's more of a valve down to the bottom of this, you know. I think that's just the other side of what we had. I don't see any port in there anyway. No hole drilled into the side of it. Let's look closer. Let me get comfortable. Who's in there? Well, that's not going to come out now, is it? It's like a thrust washer. Is there like a big old hunk of dirt that I just... Something swimming around on the bottom there. So, we are pushing fluid down. It's going up to go into a chamber. Pressure is too much. It bypasses somewhere in this block and dumps back into the reservoir. We kind of took that apart and cleaned it. We know we probably do too, is if we ran those screws all the way down. If we can't figure it out, we'll just run both of them all the way down, block, and see if it works. I don't suspect a seal in here because once we jacked it all the way up and we put pressure down on it, it didn't drop. And I would think that if we lost the seal in here, that would have failed. How about this valve? Can we spin this all the way right out? Let me get back in the stand. There you go. Just take the whole thing apart. Yes, I did get a quart of hydraulic oil. See? I was prepared. And I think this, again, this valve seems like it works. It just dumps back to the reservoir of oil when you go to let the jack down. That seemed like it was doing what it was supposed to be doing. I would suspect the same thing, right? A check ball with something holding it. Yeah, just one on that one. Is that a different size? We'll put that off to the side. Let's go see if there's another one. Sometimes they go back to back. No. I say, let's go get... Oh, you know what it is? The washer is on the outside. It's not on the inside of that cup. It's on the outside of that cup. So if the clip did come off, it would have launched it off of there. You think I'm digging a hole bigger than I should? What difference would that make? What difference would that make if that piston was there or there? Anything? It's just how much volume it's pushing down. I don't see it keeping a passage open, you know? I may take some time to try to come up with something to mimic that. So just we need a big ass like fender washer is what we need, right? Let me go look. This is what I found. I found like a fender washer. It'll fit the outside of the cap I think we just have to open it up a little bit to fit over that. And again, that will pull that cylinder all the way up. The only thing I could think of that would help is that it would help fill the chamber up with volume of oil to give the next push. Again, you know, not that there's things that fix things that are counterintuitive, but I'm just not, if it is what the failure is, I'm just not seeing it. But it is a part that seems like it's missing off the machine. All right, let me go open that up so that fits over that pin, and maybe we'll try putting it back together, see what we get. We'll keep kind of digging deeper and deeper. I just don't want to take everything apart and say, oh, I don't know what it was. I want to try to figure out what was actually causing it. So that's why I'm trying to do one thing at a time, put it back together. You know what I'm talking about. I don't have the wire type that was on there, but I got this kit. Kind of wondering maybe you think something like that. We do it. Maybe that might be a little large. Let's go try putting that one on there. I don't know if we can get away with. We have room for something like that. It's actually going to be like that. One-handed. Hit it with my purse. Well, I would say that won't fall off as long as it doesn't run into anything when that lever's coming down on it. I think we should be okay with that. All right, well, it's all back together, but we know it's loss of oil. And the reservoir is the outer part of the cylinder. I'm gonna make a mess. Just don't worry about it. There's already a mess on the bench. I was gonna try getting a little funnel in there, but let me just try filling that up. And let's pump a little bit out. Again, it's already leaked on the bench. I'm not worried about it. All right, let me get the cap back on it. And I'm going to leave it so that the valve is open, the handle valve. And then we're going to go pump it a couple times. And that just kind of moves the fluid around to try to, essentially it kind of self-bleeds itself. And then you could do it in a locked position, and you run the jack all the way up and down, the jack all the way up and down a couple of times. That just gets the air out of it. Again, that's not what's going on with this right now, because we already tried bleeding it. Okay, let me get the handle in it. Actually, I could do it. So right now the valve is open. Let me open it a little more. Back down. Let me lock it. I'm going to pump it all the way up. Left and let it down. Then we'll pop that cap. See if we, sometimes it'll have a little pressure or it'll have a little vacuum. Let's go see if that, we'll just relieve it. Right. Now once again, let's go shove it under the car and see if anything changed. Let's see what we get. I think something's changed. I don't have it fully assembled, so I want to be careful. Let's let that sit again. Let's see if it holds. Yeah, let's let that sit for a couple minutes. You know what I hate? I don't know the answer to what was causing the problem. Was it, do the two of them have to work together? I want to hit the body. Right? Does it have to be, both of them have to push down at the same time? That opens and closes a valve. Was it dirt that was in where the two check balls were on that side that caused it? I don't know. I don't have these running all the way, so I don't want to overdo it. All right, let's let that sit for a little bit. At least it's working. I got a functioning jack out of it. I don't know, it's been about 15 minutes cleaning up the garage a little bit. It is still about an inch off the ground. It hasn't dropped down at all. Let's go see, make sure it does still drop down. Let me go try it again. Just go for it a little. I don't know. I call that for the win. I say we put it back on the bench. Put the other pieces back on, a little turn, spring for the handle and that kind of thing. And we'll give it a little maintenance to the wheels and whatnot. Good. Don't know what caused it, but good. So this is just a little spring that keeps the handle kind of pointed upward. Is there anything else more besides that, really? Let's see if we get that in place. It's got to go through the other pivots. If I kick that one that way. And these go on. And those pins have to stick out far enough to get the clips on them. Gotta go back. Let's reverse on this side. Get those two clips on. Then we got a clip that has to go on this pin here. Ah, you know what I forgot? Let's take it. Lock washers. So close. So you get the idea. So these little clips, they make a special pair of pliers. See how those are kind of flat, elongated on the end? Because if you try using the little pin ones, it's just going to keep popping off. Well, these allow for a plethora of different rings that you can kind of open up. Of course, the other side went on real easy. The other side didn't. I should have filmed the other side. Because you're watching, you make me nervous. There you go. Well, I'm so proud of it. We're going to give it a bath. Imagine that. Because it's new to me. I don't know how much these are new. Like I said, I paid $20 for it at the yard sale. I gave it a halfway decent chance that it was able to be fixed. Worst case is, we'd had to buy like a rebuild kit for it, and then, something would have taken its place and cured it. Yeah. Look at that. I think it's heavy though, I'll tell you. It's got some weight to it. That's for sure. I mean, finish detailing her up a little bit. I wonder if it's missing a little plate. right there. I see 4 screws. I wonder if there was a cap that went over right here. Let's go give the wheels some love too. This is just, it's a thicker oil. It is bar and chain oil for a chainsaw. I do find it has many purposes other than chainsaw. Plus it's got a little bit of thickness to it, so it kind of stays. Grease, I don't know, I think grease kind of attracts a lot of dirt. That should be good for that. I'll do the same all the way around all 4 wheels. And it'll glide like a lark. Because nothing worse than a lot of times you use a jack and you'll use it for you jack a car up and you want to pull a car around, but that's when all the weight is on a wheel and they're chalky for movement. I gotta hang this one off the edge. We'll get her in there. I leave a couple of spots on the floor for a little bit. It wouldn't hurt to hit a couple of these neither. All the pivot points. Well, you get the idea. I'll knock that out. Jackson Cruiser now. Oh yeah. Happy Jack. Ta-da! Yeah, I'd say me and Happy Jack are happy again. Definitely worked out well as far as getting it fixed anyhow. What caused it? I'm still unsure. I'm going to say it just didn't feel right when I took the one that had the double balls stacked on top of each other. When I backed that out with the spring, it felt kind of weird. And it would be like, to me, the only one that would make sense to be causing what it was doing. Like, and we pumped it up and then put the weight on it. It stayed, so it wasn't like the main cylinder was bleeding down or the valve in this was bleeding down. Just what was pumping it up. I don't know if these two are tied together on the inside. I would guess they were. And, either one of those two leak back would cause it. I don't know. Could be the spring and the lever that we put on there. I don't see that causing it. This one right here being not pulled all the way up. But again, it just looks like fluid falls into the chamber and it pushes down on it. There's no other passage for it to go. So it not returning all the way up. I don't know. What's your guess? You got mine. It's going to drip for a little while. I got all the oil all the wheels and everything are oiled up, but that's that. We got her done. And for $20, $21, we got $1 worth of oil put in it. All right, guys. With that one, thank you all for hanging out with me. A little bit of fun, trying to figure out how stuff works. And we'll do it again sometime. Till then, I'll see you later. You're making it.